Trash to cash, low energy cast.
No,
How's it going,
no, you're
everybody?
Full energy. Full energy.
I may have just woken up from a nap. I
It's
mean,
full energy. I'm going full Rocky Top in this episode.
I am tired.
I'm tired too.
I'm so
You can't
tired.
start an episode out like this. I'm feeling good.
Do you know what,
Let's
Kevin?
roll.
Listen,
That means I get to talk.
think-
This
Kevin,
episode.
you didn't pick and you didn't probably do anything today.
I think
did
you have to
so
remember,
much.
Kevin, that some of us are out working, and
Yeah,
when
no,
you work, it
come
makes
on.
you tired.
I made
filling
you do
vans
so much
full of
money
stuff.
today. Gosh.
I did
Listen,
calisthenics
no
like
thanks.
20 hours ago. And I'm
We
still
were
feeling
up
the
late
burn.
watching a movie which we think was about you, and I don't know. It was called
Benjamin
The Substance. It was
It
called
was
The
called
Substance.
The Substance. That might be about you as well. The Substance. If
And-
you've seen The Substance, it felt autobiographical to Kevin.
About Kevin, the Commonwealth picker. I mean, here's what happens, Kevin. Basically, no spoilers, but this person gets access to a wonder drug that makes them
him young.
de-age about 30 years.
Ooh, I like
And yeah, we just were like, yeah, this is Kevin.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
is-
like to be in your
yeah.
40s again, Kevin, would be surreal, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, but we were up late watching that, and then we were driving, and then we went to the Webster, and we got up at like 5 for that, and then we drove home. And it's like, it's so far. It's like 2.5
And
hours.
I got to get up
spoiled
at like
with the closer
8:30
markets.
in the morning tomorrow, man, because
Yeah.
we got to go see.
We got to
Uncle
go
Steve,
satisfy
man.
your uncle.
Yeah.
We got to make sure. We got to make sure somebody takes care of Steve.
That was a
Somebody-
mistake. That was a mistake.
Well,
You should
Uncle
have told
Steve
him no.
is coming down, and we're going to the beach and having some breakfast with him. It's
Yeah.
gonna be nice, a little brunch.
I am going to say Carrie's not going to be there.
Carrie
Just
will show
watch.
up.
I'm just
Carrie will show up.
I will show up. It's food's involved. Food's involved. I will be there.
When food's
Listen,
involved, Carrie
Ocean
shows up.
Trash to cash does not pay for that meal tomorrow. That is not happening.
No, definitely not.
Speaking of, you guys owe me $67 a piece.
For why?
Because Dibit is sponsoring Ray Nashville Flippers event. So just make the check out tonight and give it to Steve, and he can bring it back.
Why is Dibit wasting their money again? Just throwing it in the
It's his
trash.
community. But what are you talking about? How come you get to decide? You're like, oh, I'm going to give Reseller leftovers. I'm going to sign up for
Listen,
their thing.
I
You didn't
already
ask
sent-
me. You didn't ask Carrie.
I didn't sign
I
up
don't
for
have to
reseller
ask.
Did you guys
leftovers.
see?
I
Did
didn't
you
sign
guys
up
see
for it.
the two guys without jobs podcast? I think that's what they changed the name to. Like their whole podcast is
Whose
just
is that?
AI now.
Oh, wait.
Like
wait a
they
minute.
don't even
Oh,
have.
oh,
Are they
oh.
even on it? I'm confused.
No. You're talking
Allegedly.
about the Unemployed podcast?
Yeah, same diff.
Okay. I just realized that is the two guys without jobs with John and Lonnie. I just put that together there. That's good.
Yeah, see,
like
I was
that.
doing multiple levels of a
Yeah.
joke there. It wasn't a good
3D
joke.
chess. No.
Yeah,
It was,
4D.
and only I got it. But
Yeah, that was a joke for you, Kevin. I thought you'd appreciate it.
appreciate that. Yeah. You
I'm
guys
making thumbnails.
really ticked me off though, because that van picture you showed me today,
It's so beautiful.
and then
wasn't it?
Pickin' Paradise came on and sold on Dibit.
He was right
and
next
he
to
was
us. Yeah, he was
there.
right
Yeah,
next
he
to us. He
parked
parked
next
next
And
to us.
to
he's
us.
like, Dave didn't find this, and I'm like, dude, Dave found a lot because those three
Well, I had no more
filled
room.
up the truck.
Well,
I mean,
Well,
that
Dave
thing
had
was
4
packed.
carts. Don had 2. I filled half of a cart. That's why you
That's
didn't get
good
a
for
suck
you.
it video from me. Because first
Well-
off, I feel bad for you. Second off, I just didn't. I didn't do well enough.
What happened with me is by 9, I had spent like $600, and I was like, I'm gonna chill for a little
Dave
bit,
found-
and I just hung out with Rod. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm just
Dave
hang out
found
with Rod
so
for a
many
little bit.
$10 items that he paid $12 a piece on. So he
Oh,
was
yeah.
suckered out.
Yeah.
So did Rod get the treatment that I got when I got to Florida? Going picking
Yeah, I
with
was
Dave
showing
with
him
no
booths that I
camera
thought he'd
is
like.
awesome.
Yeah, I was showing him booths I thought he'd like. I took him to like a card booth and a comic booth, and he bought stuff at both of them.
That's
so I
that's
just,
picking with
spent a little
Dave
time
though. Like
with
Dave,
Rod.
every time I go to the flea market, he calls me and he's like, "Do you want to? Is this card any good?" And he's always showing me like 1988 Mickey Sasser cards, and I'm like, no.
Mackie says.
Mackie Sasser.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Mickey
Well, listen.
Morandini, Mackie Sasser.
It's true.
I do
Go
my
Phillies,
best.
go Phillies.
Hold on now. I did find you really
did,
a
you
good
did.
pack at Renninger's, right? What was that?
Yeah.
Tell him what that was. I
I
don't,
don't even
know.
remember what did you?
It was like
you found me
hoops or
a
something?
1991-92 Skybox basketball box for $30.
That's
Brand
those
new.
those
Seal.
run like 60, 70 online. I'm gonna do a video and sell the packs individually, but it's fun. There's cool Michael Jordan cards in there. I'll show you someone. See if we can get a Blake Bortles for you or something out of that.
Yeah. So look, I had a little, and I got Rod good cards a couple weeks back. So I do find some good. I just tell him whenever I find any cards.
I love this new angle. This is just so you can do the podcast while you're
and do stuff.
I don't even know what you're doing on that computer. I never touch your computer when I'm there because I don't know what sites are going to pop up.
I'm making thumbnails of cookies, chocolate chip cookies. I feel like I could improve my current thumbnail.
Sure.
This one looks pretty good. It needs to be like
messages.
mouth-watering though. Actually, I need the cookie to be like cracked open with a little chocolate chip kind of coming out. Anyways, what are you getting, Kevin?
I sent Dave a message. Sorry, somebody's on my picker channel. It's like, are you picking with that cooking guy?
Mm-hmm. Really?
That's what they
Did
sent
they
me on my
that?
picking video.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I watched that cooking guy.
Yeah,
like,
that's mostly the cooking guy.
He got recognized.
A picker doesn't know you from your picking channel, but a picker knows you from your cooking. That's a good.
Is anyone watching my picking channel?
Dave got recognized at Disney, but I think it was from your picker channel, right?
No, that was from my theme park channel.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the guy at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
you're talking about the guy at Magic Kingdom. That
and then
was
you
picker.
introduced me,
picker,
and it was like, I kind of know him. Like he was not enthused.
It was actually funny,
didn't know
Kevin.
Me.
This guy, he was visiting from like I don't even remember South Carolina or Georgia, and he's a viewer of the podcast, and he found us at the Magic Kingdom.
Gentleman from Georgia.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So, I mean,
so did you just crush it and you just done, or you didn't want to spend any more money? Because I couldn't be done. I went and I filled my wagon 1.5 more times after that. I just decided to slow down because I knew there was no room in the van. Mm-hmm. So like when you have literally nowhere to put anything, you have to just kind of chill.
Dawn was like, she had a little 1 foot by 1 foot part of a seat.
Yeah, she was like just a little in a little cubby. In a little cubby.
She's in her heaven though. She's surrounded by vintage. She's just like
exactly.
It has been probably maybe even 8-9 months since Webster was that good. Like it has been a while since Webster was popping off that much. So there was some built up inventory and stuff like that, and I mean I got great stuff. And Kevin, on top of it, I was back to sourcing for Dibit. Last couple times I've been flea marketing. I wasn't really sourcing for live auctions. This time I'm literally sourcing for live auctions. I went to Renninger's, which we could do a little flea market review. We probably should, Carrie. I mean, that's one we've never talked about before. We'll do that in a minute. But, after Renninger's, I was ready for some pop culture, and Webster delivered it, and we did stay over in the area, like 40 minutes away. Because the 2.5 hour drive each way in one day plus the picking is a little too much. It's just exhausting.
Redinger's is the place that you go to if you want to pay $35 for an old glass doorknob. It's that kind of a thing.
No. Hold on. I got 4 glass doorknobs and a bunch of other stuff for like $20.
No, but you want to get those at like Brown's or Webster where they're $5-10 a piece, and
the people go to Webster, buy them, and then
they go to Webster to
flip it.
I found a lot of good stuff at Redinger's. It just wasn't the antique stuff because there's a lot of that reminded me of like what I would imagine the Connecticut Brimfield one is like. Just a bunch of we've got shutters and we've got old windows that have words on them, that kind of a vibe.
The ghost of Frank Fritz is selling motorcycle parts.
Yeah, too soon.
But
or not soon enough. I don't know.
No, it was okay. So my review of Renninger's, if you love antiques, you're gonna absolutely love it, right?
Beautiful,
but you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay up for
lots of hills. Bear in mind, you got to go up a lot of hills. But it is beautiful. I felt like I was like in an old timey. Like I felt like if it was at night, I'd be very scared of ghosts for real. Because it seems like where ghosts would live.
Kevin, I don't know if you caught the hill thing that he just said. To get back to your car, you have to go up a very steep incline with your wagon in sand. Yeah, the whole thing is sand, and so like you're tripping and trying to pull your wagon. And of course,
me and Dave are in peak physical condition, so it was easy.
We almost had a heart attack, both of us.
So I can't take my dad there. He's not going to be carrying stuff for me.
No, he's not going to be carrying. It was
hard.
Have
to piggyback ride. He'll have to have a piggyback ride from you if you do.
But I would say, lots of great stuff. 15% of it I wanted to even buy. Only 15%. The vast majority I didn't want. And most of the stuff I did want to buy was too expensive. So I told Carrie, I'll go again if I need to go somewhere. Like if I'm having trouble sourcing locally, I'm not getting a lot of deals. Right. I just feel like hard up. I would go. I think, Kevin, you would probably enjoy it for the visuals. It'd be a new place to go, but I don't know. It's just not
Here's the highlight. I met Tech for the first time. and he pointed.
That was your first time
meeting him in person, and he pointed at my cart and noticed the hats I bought. So that was the tech approval. He didn't care about what I spent, I think.
Carrie's like, is that a sports specialties with an autograph? And Carrie's like, yes, it is.
I wasn't watching that. You did a short on that. Yeah. And I saw him, but I wasn't listening to it. I was editing a video and I was trying to do something else and that came up. How much did you pay for that lot?
$85 for the lot.
Okay. So there were 2 hats in there that are probably going to pay for it easily. Yeah.
It's the sports specialty, with the tag, without the autograph, I'd say 60-ish, maybe a little more, but it's got the auto, which I'm going to pay to authenticate, which I'm curious how that'll add to the value.
It's not as good as my auto, but it was a good try.
No, but Glenn Rice was a baller back in the day.
But and then Hannah Montana is still a baller.
49ers one is probably a good 40
Hannah Montana?
Yes. What? My auto, Hannah Montana, is a better auto. He did get a Hannah Montana.
He was very... Because Dave's like trying to be a card daddy a little bit, and he's like buying really stupid stuff.
You're feeling left out, Dave.
No, listen.
Getting ready for a card Dibit.
It was a giant, like, big old book of Hannah Montana stuff. Dude, it does look like this Hannah Montana autograph I'm looking at.
But here's the thing. I think it is real, and her auto's probably worth something. So when I go get authentication done,
you got to do it for me.
Faking a Hannah Montana.
That's what I'm saying. Really? I think they legitimately got her.
It'll be cheap to get it authenticated. Once you have it authenticated, you can sell it.
Or Hannah Montana.
It's like a Scribble Scrabble.
It's like an MC, like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. It kind of looks like
an MC. And the thing about those cards, too, it wasn't just like the straight junk base cards for those who know cards. There was like the shiny stickers. There was a lot of like insert stuff. So I don't know what you paid for that binder, but I probably would have bought it.
If it was in a bulk buy, probably about $10.
Yeah, I would have paid 20. I really would have.
So I didn't do that bad on my card buy, Kev. Dude, it does look like her autograph. I'm looking at it online right now.
It actually looks
like that.
If they're going to fake an autograph, they're going to make it look like the autograph. Just saying.
Who would fake a Hannah Montana?
Nobody. But just because it looks like the autograph doesn't mean it's the autograph. Because fakes would also look like the autograph to some degree, unless they're bad.
It was a pretty cool. I mean, I guess that sports dude was good too. I don't know.
Well, I was jealous.
Carrie, you see it?
So cool.
Yeah, that looks like not the Hannah Montana one, but the other one.
This one here, right? This one? That's kind of what it looked like. So.
And I think, you need to invest a little bit to get authenticated. It's not that bad. And then you'll probably double your money just on that card.
Do you do it locally?
You'll make more than double. I think you'll probably be able to sell the card for like 50, 60, 70 after it's authenticated.
Do you do it local or at a card shop? Like
the card shop, I can get a deal at the card shop, the K&Ts.
Oh, really? Okay.
Cool. They have JSA come in like every other month.
Well, let me tell you, I've got a double whammy because you show me these videos down there and I'm like, gosh, I want to source so bad right now because I haven't been. But now the November videos that I sourced with y'all down in Florida and with Dave with Mike and Rod, those are coming out on my picker channel. So I'm doing the edits and stuff after the raw.
It's good you came down.
And I'm just like, dude.
You just got to come down and hang out more.
The problem is the first 2 videos that came out made Dave look really good. And I almost cut it out. Cut that crap out.
Should have, yeah.
But I didn't. I made you look.
Dude, I need a little redemption arc. So many people in our space hate me. Yep, I needed a little bit of redemption arc.
Is that
I've only had like 1 or 2 complaints about Dave, and a lot of nice things said because you looked. Well, first of all, Dave wasn't filming, right? No, and so he's out there hanging out with these guys. And when he doesn't film because he's so rich, he doesn't even pick.
Yeah,
because he doesn't need the money. So. He was really nice picking out stuff to give to me in the video, and I could have cut it out and acted like I found it, but I didn't because that was really nice. But it is awesome to have somebody picking with you that's not buying. Amazing. I've done
that's
that.
That's why I like bringing Mama Picker. That's why I like bringing Mama Picker. She just brings me stuff.
Because you can cover
a lot of times it's
twice the territory. Yeah, but 2 good pickers, 3 good pickers going out, and only one's buying. You can cover a space.
But I also think I feel like. If you're friends with the people you're picking with, most of us, like if you guys found sports cards, unless it's Rod with us, you might have to divvy it up. But like you guys let me know about sports cards. I let you know, like if I find like an unopened package of Depends, Kevin, you're the go-to.
Well,
guy.
Carrie, it depends on So I was talking to Carrie about us picking less yard sales together because yard sales are not that big, and when you have 3 good pickers, it gets a little bit
you.
Translation, he doesn't want to go with Dawn.
No, it's 100% because of Dawn.
Listen, here's the thing, though.
I'm just happy to be there. Dawn
this is the
wants
thing.
to fight
what Carrie was saying makes sense if there's not a lot of crossover. So I don't really buy cards. So if me and Carrie go, I'll give them all the cards in the world. But me and Carrie do have a little crossover because we both like hats. We both like pennants.
That's what.
So there is a little bit of crossover. But it's not a lot. Most of it's not super crossover. And even if there's toys, a lot of times Carrie will leave them because he sees cards and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, but me and Dawn pick almost the same stuff all the time. All the time. We love Disney. We love, home decor. Like, so we pick a lot of the same. And with these tiny little Palm Coast yard sales, it's, we probably will. I think we're better together at the flea market. And we might yard sale with Steve on Saturday, Carrie, all four of us. That could be fun.
At the flea market
he can have dibs on the golf clubs.
I was by myself the whole day because my whole thing was like, I got to get to some of this stuff before Rod does, because Rod always mops the floor with me, and I'm not competitive, but I don't want to get embarrassed.
He still did.
Still did, but not as bad. My goal is just to find one thing he kind of goes like, oh, I should have got that first. I know he's going to win.
He told me when he bought that, he's like, Carrie's going to be mad, I guess.
Was it the book full of stuff?
Dude, that was so cool. That book was dope.
Explain it, Carrie. Explain it a little bit. Don't spoil the video, but explain the genre. It was a book
filled with vintage football cards that was too cheap, and it had some very iconic rookies. And
I recognized one of them. Was it Joe Namath? Players. Was Joe Namath in there?
Yeah, Gale Sayers.
I recognized him. I was like, wow, I know one of these guys. Yeah,
a rookie. I probably could say
Piccolo.
Piccolo's rookie from Brian's song. So I mean, just cool, iconic stuff from that era. That if he wasn't so into punching, I would have tried to take it from him. But
it's crazy. So I don't know if you guys know this about Rod. We noticed it today. If he's not picking, he's punching. So we were walking into Sonny's barbecue, and he was just like,
he's just flailing. He'll hit a wall.
A little lady.
Point him in the direction of an inanimate object. Nobody gets hurt.
But no, it was Kevin. It was a fantastic. Next, you should probably put it on your schedule next January to come to this holiday. This is the best holiday.
I'm so in clean out mode. I mean, we're digging deep into this. We're listing Tupperware, for goodness sake. We're getting it gone.
Do you think you're coming down again this winter?
Well, I was looking at my footage, and I'm not going to be able to get to March. I don't think so. I don't think I'll have a choice, but to either do one of two things. We've got some storage units lined up. I might do a series of storage units. If I don't, I'm coming to Florida.
Have you done a storage unit video? How did it do?
Just one, and it wasn't a whole storage unit video. It was like maybe 5 minutes worth of it. I put it in a garage sale just to kind of get a reaction from it. It did not do that well, but I didn't set it up. It wasn't in the, I think we could do okay.
So for the storage unit videos, are you going to be like a Dave Hester heel? Are you going to play the heel, or are you going to actually try to convince people that you're nice?
I'm only going to do them with my buddy Pinjo because
he does all the work.
Bought this trailer. Well, I got the trailer, and I'm the financier of the thing, and so he's going to go in there. I can't clean out big old storage units by myself. I ain't got.
He's the Cornelius Vanderbilt of
I figured I'd give my dad a little bit of cash to come help. Joey will be there, and I'll be there, and we can knock it out. They can find stuff, and I'll sell it live on Dibit while they're finding it.
You just got to make sure there's an umbrella in your daiquiri at all times, and you're happy.
I get one of those lounge chairs I have, just sit there. It'll be good. I like it.
Yeah, no, it was. I would say that Dawn actually gave up early too, but she just she was tired. Her leg was hurting and stuff like that, and so she got tuckered out by 9:30. We were really just in slow mode, so I'm not surprised Pickin' Paradise loaded up. I mean, You know how, Kevin, have you ever been there when
he said he gave up? He says, you couldn't have gone through it all if you wanted to.
No, there was too much. There was way too much. I even bought something from Anthony, which hasn't happened in a while. And I'm going to make a little profit on it too. So I think that I kind of got rejuvenated for the Webster. It's been brutal. It's been brutal for and a lot of it has to do with the hurricanes. They got flooded out. I think the water was up to halfway up the tables at some point.
Took a while to recover.
They had to recover it and clean it up, and it's finally kind of back to its original form. So I'm excited about it.
I don't know that I'd want to go down there for the Webster unless it was a big. I wouldn't want to strike out down there. I would want a guaranteed kind of deal.
Well, Memorial Day, is that the one in May?
Because it's farther. That's a long way for me to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
What I should do is come down for 9 days and hit both ends of get 2 weekends. But I don't think Blue Ridge Mama would be. Hey, check this out.
Bring her, dude. She wants to go to Florida. Why don't you just bring her?
Because somebody's got to We got kids, man. We got to do something.
Your kids can come too.
They have
your whole family is eligible for a vacation, Kevin. You don't have to just go by yourself. You know,
well, it's tough. This is the busy season. Turner's getting ramped up for his spring ball. Reagan is right in the middle of gymnastics. My wife made this, y'all. Check this out. Look, it's Carrie. She told me it's Carrie.
That's talented. Why is it because he has little arms? Yeah, he has little tiny arms. Yeah.
That's a nice one. That's a
okay, so has anyone been selling on eBay? Because I haven't been listing for basically a week, and my sales are through the crapper.
Well, do you remember on the last episode I said mine were brutal. So last week when we were talking, I had a $105 day, 141, 57, and 78. I'm like, this is awful. And so I just buckled down and got a ton of stuff on here. It wasn't high dollar stuff, but we just listed like crazy, did a sale, and now we're back over 300 every day, 400.
Okay.
402
I have
today.
to fight the temptation to just sell everything on Dibit, and it's a hard temptation to fight.
Don sold something pretty good. Like, you guys know these, right? Like, you have to remove the alcohol from them. These little Delft houses that had alcohol in them back in the days. Don sold this for $75. It's a 1950s KLM airline. They would give these to you in the airlines, I guess, back in the 50s and 60s, so you could drink, I guess, on the flight. And you have to remove the alcohol from them to sell them. But she sold it for $75 today. She finds those all the time.
I just made 2 sales while we're sitting here. Cool. It's finally waking up. But my sales, again, we're getting through the death pile. I haven't opened up the trailer, which is where all the crap I bought for Mike is. But I'm trying to list all my stuff before I get to that, because I know that's a little bit higher dollar, and I'm forcing myself to do it. But we're getting, $20 sales, $15 sales, nothing amazing. Oh, I put I had a Redskins beanie I bought off somebody on Dibit like 2 months ago. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to make some money on this right now. Put it up, listed it. It's over $27 in like 5 minutes.
Tekken told me he bought a hat on Dibit in an auction. He said he paid like a couple bucks for it, and then he sold it for $100 in a day.
Dude, there are deals of it. Not everything's a deal. Sometimes, like some guy was selling, our buddy CW, I think, was selling, what was he doing? Thai Beanie Babies tonight for $1 or something.
Yeah.
But man, there are some. I have bought plenty of stuff I've made money on.
Yeah. My problem is I buy it on Dibit and then I sell it on Dibit, and although every now and then I make money on it. But,
I do that on Whatnot a lot. Like, I'll buy and I'll just immediately put it in my auction because I just move it, see if I have a better marketplace.
Yeah, I'll see if you're more important.
The problem is I have an addiction to buying. I'm an addictive buyer.
Yes, but you kind of back when you were doing Whatnot, you stopped buying over there. Now you're on Dibit and you're I've bought more than you. But
hey, you need to spend your gift card that you got at daveskitchenmarket.com. Yeah. Kevin, of course, Kevin and my mom win the stinking gift cards. What's the bad news?
You don't have to spend it on Dave's.
Oh, I know that, but you do. Okay.
Well, I do. I had credit. I had $10 credit that I had built up through people using code Commonwealth. And so I spent something on $11 and it took all that out. So I've already spent $1.69 of that on Dibit. So
you can make up for it by buying a $27 item over on Dave's Kitchen Market. It'll all work out.
Hey, speaking of, I got to give a promo to Dibit today. If you've never signed up, first of all, it's going amazing. Go sign up, even if you're not going to buy anything, and go put a $1 offer on a Nintendo Switch tonight at 6. I'm going to choose one of those offers randomly. Ivan's going to. And so somebody's going to get a $1 free shipping brand new Switch. So go do
Why
that.
Are you doing it that way instead of just using the giveaway?
Because there's so many people who can't make it to that giveaway that for this one, I'm going to do giveaways. I'll probably do giveaways on the show too. But for this one that's so big, and there's so many people who have helped us build this, I wanted to put it over there so if they couldn't make the show, everybody's got a chance to put that offer in. So wanted to do it this way this time.
So that's going to be Tuesday night, so the day this comes out. On Wednesday, we have Sports Card Day on Dibit. We're going to be doing it all day. Before the first card show, which I think is going to be like 3 or 4 or 5, I'm going to go on for like 20 minutes and do giveaways, card giveaways. I'll probably be able to get out about 10 or 15 cards for free. So if you guys want to at least get involved in that, and you just have to be there.
Can you ship those eBay standard envelope, or you can't because it has to be eBay?
Not yet on Dibit.
Carrie, here's the deal. I'm telling you a secret because you own this marketplace here. So you can ship those out any way you want and just mark them shipped. And if the buyer never complains that it doesn't show up, you don't have to ship it out for whatever. You could literally put a stamp on it and ship them out.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So will they arrive safely if you use a stamp, though?
I just want to make sure they get them. I'm not sweating it.
They're going to get it. When's the last time you sent someone the stamp where they didn't get it?
I just like going and getting a stamp is like a hassle.
You're going to pay... Fine, do whatever you want.
No, you're right. Maybe I'll do that. I'm not against it. I just know myself.
15 giveaways. If 15 different people get them, you're spending 40. What are you spending? 15.
You're the guy that gives away dollars to everybody. Every dollar you save a dollar.
Give a dollar, save a dollar, eat a dollar.
Like 12. You can spend 12. You're going to spend 60. And
you told me the other day I made $21 on Dibit. So maybe 2 days of Dibit money I'm going to use.
That was a rare moment, though.
That was a rare moment. No, I love that me and Dave are instantly making like little
Gail Benji
AI things for those every time you do it.
Gail Benji commented over on the Patreon, Dave, you bragged about your cooking channel doing good. Now someone you know is maybe copying you. Does this bother you? Gail, a little bit, but it shouldn't. A little bit, but it shouldn't. That's my response to that. That's an honest answer. It's an honest answer.
Very good.
Yes, Motion. Yes. Can we say who it is?
Motion in the Ocean.
Motion Censor Paul.
But Dave, didn't you copy people you saw doing garage sale videos?
That's why I said it shouldn't. Okay. That's why I said it. That's exactly what I said. It shouldn't bother me. But yet it's still somehow.
I was the first one to do garage sale videos so poorly.
That's true.
On TikTok. On TikTok.
Well, you.
No, I wasn't
hey, should we talk about? We don't need to talk about TikTok being back.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure it's staying back forever yet.
Dude, I did something wild that night too. I went live with Thrifter Sifter until the moment it shut down. He was live randomly, and he invited me, so I just was hanging out with Thrifter Sifter.
We can talk a minute.
Old school style.
We can and should talk a minute about how addicted Carrie and Dawn are to TikTok.
I'm telling you,
like I'm not very addicted. Like I'll use it every now and then. So for me, TikTok, if I'm going to use it, Kevin, you're too old. We don't care what you think. You know, you're 96 years old. You're
rotary phones.
He's like, where's the old talkie?
I need some ketchup for my burritos. I'm a weirdo.
Someone call the Pony Express. No, listen.
Well, you young people, talk about it then.
Well, no, okay, listen. I use TikTok in bed before I go to bed for 10 minutes to an hour. Like I look at videos. Yeah, I look at videos for like 10 minutes to an hour.
You might want to change your hand motion when you're saying that.
Use it.
Your hand motion was different. That's okay.
My hand motion was.
What do you use it
for? Yeah, the other one is what you were doing.
Okay, anyways. And then I wake up and I'm just straight to work. I'm busy like all day. And then if I'm pooping, I'll use it, right? But Carrie, tell him the Wawa story. Your TikTok Wawa story.
So this is like during the 12, 14-hour, just horrendous non-TikTok existence.
The nightmare for him.
Yeah. So I walked into Wawa and I went, did my order on the screen, paid. And by the time I had paid, so that was 2 minutes, I had clicked TikTok 3 times. And I'd forgotten each time that I had done it. Because everybody, if Dave knows this, and if you guys ever hang out with me, I'll walk out of Wawa, I have no idea where we parked ever.
Oh my god!
I just wander off. We don't have to yell or honk.
We went to Disney, Kevin, and we're all walking right next to each other. Right?
You didn't park next to Eeyore or something?
No, we're just walking in the Magic Kingdom, and I have Anna and Callie with me, and Dawn and Carrie. So it's 2 adults, 3 kids, and so we're walking over towards the castle, and we all agreed we're gonna go get some popcorn, get ready for the fireworks, and so on and so forth. And so Carrie's with us. Him and Callie are chatting.
I can see this.
And Carrie and Callie are like twins, right? Yeah. Carrie and Callie are like twins. And so me, Dawn, and Annabelle, actually me and Annabelle were ahead. And then Dawn was kind of in the middle, and then Carrie and Callie in the back,
I could see it.
Protecting our flanks, as it were. And so I go over to the little booth to order the food with Anna. Dawn goes to sit down for a little because her feet are tired.
And Carrie's on the
Then we're all looking around. We cannot find Carrie or Callie because they're very similar. They're very similar.
I was with Callie, so she was fine. I don't know where you guys were though, because I lost. I don't know what I was on my phone. I don't know what
you were on your phone. He was browsing TikTok.
It's not just TikTok. It's not browsing TikTok. I'm not as bad as Dawn. I've got constant messages everywhere, guys.
Yeah, everyone else just
I do.
lives their life.
You do too, Kevin. I actually answer them.
I do too.
I think you should.
My life in danger to answer them.
No, it's an addiction.
Imagine this is the strategy. Try to get the gross domestic product of America up by getting rid of TikTok. Think of how much work you could get done, Carrie.
Dude,
think of how much work Dawn could get done for you.
Kevin, no, I mean, the counter argument there is the ridiculous amount of money TikTok's putting into the economy. You have to with TikTok Shop and the ad revenue and all that.
Yeah, but where's
stuff,
that money coming? I mean, all that stuff's getting shipped from China, for goodness sake. I mean, it's not.
It doesn't make it not money.
Well, it doesn't make it money for us.
Where do you think all the clothing you're wearing right now came from, Kevin?
All of my clothing?
All of that outfit.
A good bit of it. Yeah.
Anyway, so Carrie and Dawn, we're just looking like where are Carrie and Callie?
But I don't get into that.
Where are Carrie and Callie? And we spot them. Kevin,
right,
they just kept walking straight. They were like 400 feet ahead. Just Carrie's on his phone. Callie's just walking next to him talking, and Carrie's just probably ignoring her. And they're just gone. Just gone. Oh, we have to chase them down, guys. Come back. And so Dawn and Carrie. We're going to go to Starbucks, and Carrie's like, well, I want Wawa, and Don's like, well, you can walk across the road to Wawa, and I was like, you really want to let him do that? He'll be on TikTok walking across a busy street. I don't think that's a good idea.
That's not going to see Carrie.
It's an evolution. Back in the day, like, it was dangerous for me to go across the street when I used to work at a Sprint. I'd walk across the street like every 2 hours to get a Bang energy drink. You shouldn't drink 3 or 4 of those a day. I learned.
It's good for your heart.
It's not good at all.
Keeps it moving.
So like, there's always some danger in me crossing a street. I do look both ways, like back. 3 times I learned.
Down at his phone, up, forward, down at his phone.
No, but this is before I was addicted to TikTok. That was pre-TikTok. Back when I was still conscious and sentient. Now I'm no longer
in the machine.
That's a new word. I hear it
okay,
every
so
day.
Phil said, what impact, if any... I don't want to read that because it's not worth the struggle. The Quirky Picker Chad, do you have any Martin Luther King Day traditions? Yes, the Webster. I go to the Webster. That's mine.
Oh, man.
That was is this Martin Luther King Day? Is that what today is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went to the Webster. It was fun. I like to go there. It's really good. Guys, if you're in Florida, go to the Webster on MLK Day.
But it's boring, so I won't bore you with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I would think they would like to be bored at least once a week.
Please,
Kevin, they want to be bored once a week. Give the people what they want, and I'll take a sip of my water.
I love it. Let's talk about it.
There you go. So I used to I had taught at a school that had very wealthy, affluent kids and very poor inner city kids. There was like no middle class. And so my classes were both of those. And so we'd have way diverse political opinions. And so I would tie Jefferson to Lincoln to Martin Luther King Jr. because Lincoln quotes Jefferson in his speech, and MLK quotes Jefferson or Lincoln and Jefferson in his. And so we'd listen to bits and pieces of it. The kids really enjoyed it. So I did that every day after because we weren't at school. That was my tradition, and the kids loved it. So there you go.
So do you have like a sale you want to have us guess the sale price?
Yeah, I can find
Kevin
one. I finally got some sales. They're not high dollar, but I've got.
Yeah, should we do a sports card from Whatnot today that I just sold?
Oh,
Kevin might have seen it. So I sold a Jaden Daniels rookie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Prism Green. So I guess you can't answer this.
I don't remember what it sold for.
Prism Green. I just sold it today. I bought it today too. Prism Green, and he's in his college uniform. He's not in his pro uniform, but it is a product that came out like 2 months ago.
Where did you sell it?
One card on Whatnot. Today on Whatnot. I
like
bought it at the flea market. No,
I don't remember.
On auction. Started it at $1.
Oh, I forgot you had an auction tonight. Okay. $42.36.
24.
$30.
Okay.
I was further. All right, I'm going to do one Kevin can guess. Easton Hammer SP9 3430. Slow pitch softball.
Is a hammer. Does it have a hammer handle?
I don't know what that means.
Did it have a funky an act? No, those were called axe bats. Something else. What 34-30 softball bat? Decent condition?
No, garbage condition.
$40.
Okay, Carrie, what do you think?
Carrie, are you there?
Hello, Carrie. $18, Kevin. $18.
Can you hear Carrie?
I can't hear Carrie, but I can hear Kevin.
Carrie, you got no volume, buddy.
But yeah, $18.
Volume.
$18 is the answer. Oof. He figured it out.
Okay.
I mean, it's been listed forever. I shouldn't buy bats. I can't take good photos of them. I can't list them well. You
just don't want to. You can, but you don't want
to. I can list and sell clubs. For some reason, my bats never sell. It's weird.
Yeah. Make the first picture just the barrel. Don't picture the whole bat. Just give them the Easton barrel. I
always do the whole bat, and it's kind of zoomed out and hard to see.
Just do the barrel.
We'll let you know if we start being able to hear you, Carrie, but we still can't.
That's all right. I'll give you one.
He's just like making bat movements and stuff, and he's just like living his life of no one hearing him.
We still can't hear you, Carrie. This is kind of funny. I don't know either.
Can you hear us?
Shake your head
no. Can you guess what I was saying? I was making fun of Kevin. I was like, he's doing like a video.
Can I say this, Carrie?
Julio Franco stance.
When I just clicked on your little 3 dots on StreamYard, it said unmute, meaning that means you muted it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did.
Because you muted
it. All of a sudden I lost the audio too. I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I might have whatever was happening. Maybe I'm on the substance.
Dude, that movie was so good. That was, guys, it's weird. It's definitely R-rated
so good is the way I would describe it.
R-rated as well, and it's definitely going to be polarizing. It's going to be polarizing. A lot of people will hate it, but it might be in my top. It might be my favorite movie of the last couple of years. It was really interesting. Think Eraserhead and Twilight Zone combined.
Yeah, you liked it because it was like Twilight Zone.
It was very Twilight Zone-ish.
You thought Oppenheimer was going to be an action movie.
Oh, what a snooze fest Oppenheimer was.
Yeah, Oppenheimer is going to have like machine guns, just like G.I. Joe style or something.
I have become death. There you go. That's why he thought that. Listen.
Oh, do you want to tell him about your Nosferatu find? We'll talk about that after Kevin finishes his thing. What, Kevin?
All right. Oh, well,
he wants to do his Oppenheimer quote.
I've got a lot of low dollar. I got some high dollar. I'm going to go with like a low dollar one. Well, I've already previewed.
Is he going to flex and it's going to be like a $200 sale?
No, I don't have it. I think my best sale is $100. But let's do this one instead. Because Dave might get that. Well, Carrie, you might too. Don would probably. A Dandy Hop and Bop Thanksgiving turkey animated plush.
New or used?
Used. Working.
$35 plus shipping.
I'm gonna say 26.
$22.95.
Yeah.
$22.95. I remember where I bought that. I was going to Turner's garage sale, which I got absolutely shellacked for. Like, oh, you're missing your boys' tournament because you're going to a garage sale. I'm like, first of all, I didn't miss it. Second of all, I got to work. But this one, I was literally driving. I was done yard sailing, and I had like, you know how it tells you that when you're going to arrive? I was going to arrive like 6 minutes before his game started. I'm like, sweet, I got enough time to hit this yard sale. And I bought it at that yard sale.
We've got a BOLO of the week. I asked ChatGPT to give me a BOLO of the week. Do you want to guess what it said?
ChatGPT.
BOLO ties?
It said Pyrex. Vintage Pyrex.
Do people want that?
Is AI stupid enough to get some of the ridiculous comps on cornflower or whatever? See people post
I don't know.
Amish print?
Let me see if it says.
The orange one?
It says, look for bright, intact patterons. Sets or single pieces with rare patterns. Look for lids. They increase value.
There you go.
You want to lick the bowl, correct? And if it stings, then it's real?
It says the rare patterns are Lucky in Love, Gooseberry, or Balloons.
Yeah,
and it says that,
I know that.
Value can be anywhere from 50 to 500 depending on the pattern. And I said, give me a more obscure one. And it came back with vintage restaurant wear. And I said, no, more obscure. And it said 1984 Cabbage Patch Kid World Traveler with Passport. $300 to $1,000. Should we check, see if it's right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna look. I want to see if it's right because it gave a very specific item.
Kevin's mid pandering. Let's continue.
What does that mean, mid pandering?
Like he's pandering to the audience by petting the dog. I'm kidding, because the dog came up to him.
All right, so the World Traveler
AI going to put worth
the World Traveler has a sold. Oh, that's 1985 though. It said 1984 specifically, so I don't know. It's actually $120 for 85 though. So it's not. Daily Cabbage can tell us if it's right. Tell us in the comments. Daily
People have been
Cabbage,
asking, where's
correct.
Pittsburgh?
They always ask that.
Picker.
They're still there. They're just not doing YouTube.
Yeah. So tell us hi in the comments down there.
Yeah.
Adam.
Adam, do one more stream, like a last hurrah. Come on back.
Yeah.
Come on back. Maybe we need to bring him on the show.
Yeah,
bring him on the trash.
He's got a great voice. It's like second best voice in the
voice of an angel. No, best. He's got the
best.
Carrie has the second to best. I think his voice is better than Carrie's.
Man.
Mountain Man's better than me.
Nope.
Got a good voice.
Nope. Really? Okay. Troy does have a good voice.
Yeah, he's got a good voice. I like it.
I don't know. I think Pittsburgh Picker is just like the voice for me. Mm-hmm. It's the voice that Dave likes. Yes. I listen to his old lives when I'm pooping and stuff. Mostly when I'm pooping.
You use it in bed?
Yes, in bed I use it.
Oh, I
It says $300 to $1,000. I don't know if it's right or not.
Hey,
let us know,
Rob
guys,
gave me he told me about these big rubber guys, these wrestlers. Yeah, I thought you liked
LGN?
That. No, they're like made to make them look like the old LJN. So I bought a couple of them. One for me because I liked the British Bulldogs a long time ago, and I sold the other one, and it didn't pay for the other one that I kept for me, but it got me some money back. So $110 plus.
Okay. No, listen, I asked ChatGPT to give me a card one because then Carrie could tell us if it's right or not since we don't have a
Carrie's Caitlin Clark.
No. It was a 1997-1998 Metal Universe basketball Precious Metal Gems Michael Jordan Green. Yeah. $500,000.
Well, that's probably about right, yeah.
Really?
It'd be worth more now. I mean, so wow. Can you let me talk about this real quick?
Yeah, but then he also says red is 50 to 150,000. But go ahead.
Yeah. So what happens is like the 90s is when they started having a lot of numbered cards. Early 90s is when they started, and they started like 10,000. They worked their way down. And this set that came out they had precious metal gems. So they're like metallic looking, metal looking cards, and they'd have red ones. They were numbered to 100, but the first 10 of the production line were green instead of red. Super hard to find. And like even a base card, it could be anybody. It could be, it could be Rod Strickland. It doesn't matter who it is. And those are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. You grade them and they're hard to get good grades on too.
Kurt Rambis worth that much.
Yeah. I mean, but think about it. A numbered to 10 rare 90s Michael Jordan card is going to have a lot of value because he's so
Someone on Reddit too. Someone on Reddit says that there is one guy in California who owns 5 of the PMG greens.
So that's pretty impressive.
A private collector, yeah.
We can corner the whole market, man. You got the price set on those suckers. That's good.
That's
I like it. I got to come up with. All right, here we go. I haven't done this in a while. So Jay Baker says Kevin is the glue that holds the show together. Is that a reference?
Is this one of your alt
we accounts? We get like once a week we get a comment about how we're mean to Kevin because we're jealous.
One comment a week we have one of his followers get.
Y'all are just mean to Kevin because you're jealous.
Reseller, you guys are ridiculous, but so fun to listen to while I work. Thanks for the laughs. Flippin' Lost Treasure died laughing at the AI picks and the swinger one. Got me snorting.
Was that last week that we did that? Was that recent?
That you did that? That you showed that thing? Yes.
Dang, dude, that was a slow week. How come my computer's not charging? This is the question.
Mary McQueen is on here. I was comment too soon. Haha, Kevin. I love Facebook shipping and did well with it, but you're right. It just died. There you go.
Well, we got some new reviews over on iTunes. You want to hear them?
Ooh, yeah.
We got. How about the questions? You don't put that out anymore. I love how you dismiss viewer questions. Like that's a stupid question. Move on. We don't even. I like. That.
I do kind of like that he does. That's very Dave.
Reselling. Okay, here we go. This was a review from Ashman812. There was a guy named Ashman that worked at the job I was at, and he got fired for not showing up to events. Yeah, he got fired for not showing up to events because he was meeting up with some girl behind his wife's back internationally to, have some naughty time. And so he literally was like skipping work and skipping conventions to do this other thing that I don't know what it is, but I think I learned
what did he expect to happen?
And then he got fired for not showing up for events, and then the wife found out, and it was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy story.
Like a Southeast Asian kind of thing?
My point, no, just someone that also was in the biz for a different company. Okay, so it says reselling. So I assume this is him. Kevin is the only one who talks about reselling. ADHD and AA spend all their time talking over each other and throwing childish jabs.
So this guy
It'd be different
often.
If they were actually funny. Well, listen, obviously this person does not know comedy, and I'm sorry.
I have no respect for that.
Yeah, I can't respect your opinion if you don't know comedy.
I have no respect for it.
You clearly
I'm hilarious, and I'll die on that hill.
You clearly don't watch the Trash to Cash Instagram stories, which Kevin, I'm sure you do watch.
Gravis has made an appearance clearance. Mm-hmm. There's the Fuggler that's trapped in Dave's house.
It's getting
traction. We hyped up Carrie this morning. Traction. We hyped him up.
Yep.
I saw that, and he looked rough too. He's like doing his little arm in the morning.
His little T-Rex arms, yeah. I thought I looked pretty good there. Actually,
I was just like, you should have just
slapped.
That would have been funny. That would have been funny.
I was waiting.
Okay, so here's the other one we got. We got it from Down South. Helpful. This podcast is super informative.
Can we delete that other comment? Are we able to do that on our end?
I respect the other comment more than this already.
Well, hold on. It gets good. On more than learning. Just reselling. Years of keystring golf clubs around can take a toll on one's body. But now that I've learned about Rolfing, I'm a new person. I have found new love for keystring. Thank you so much for that helpful advice.
You know what I love? Do you know what I love most about this? Like, sincerely, is the people that are new or anybody who's like, I would really like to find a reselling podcast so that I can learn and grow. And then they're reading the reviews completely bewildered.
They're just like, what? What
is going on? They probably think the reviewer is crazy. Yeah.
Okay, and then we've got
Did Jimmy leave a review over here?
I don't know. We got Mikey. Mikey said, great show to pass the time. I listen to the show while I'm driving at my day job. I resell part-time. If you're looking to learn about reselling, this probably is not a good podcast for you. But if you want some comedy with occasional resale knowledge, this is a great option. See, look, Mikey understands comedy. Take that.
This is how I explain. This is how I explain the podcast. It's trash to cash. It's exactly it is what it is. You got to listen to it. If you don't like it, you're probably not going to like us.
Okay, well, we got a lot of positives. I was trying to find a negative, but okay, here's a good positive. Without you guys, I would listen to podcasts that I can learn to resell with. Thank you.
How many times, seriously, guys? How many times can
like that though? Who is teaching anybody on a podcast?
Dude, this one's funny.
There's a couple.
Someone said,
"Is that a podcast?"
Someone said, no. If you're looking for a reseller podcast that talks about reselling, this is not the podcast for you. I might have read this, but I didn't realize the username was Trash to Cash is depressing. They put a lot of energy into it. They literally made a whole username.
It's just like, I think like a regular, like, how many times do you have to be told to like list more and buy better and do it more? That's it. Like, it's the whole, that's all of reselling.
I mean, that's
do better at it and list more. Make sure you list the stuff you buy and stop sucking at buying stuff.
Well, let's talk about that because like, there's so many podcasts out there that are able to talk about like, okay, so they're like literal podcasts are about current events or sports or things that are constantly in flux and moving and changing. And even like video game podcasts are about all the new video games that come out. Reselling's hard to do a podcast on, guys. There's not much changing.
Drama. Especially when you don't pay attention to the changing. When I bring up a big topic like I did with Facebook, you're like, whatever. Yeah, but so you just ignore the topic.
But that's because I had predicted that topic that was going to happen like eight months ago.
Have you seen? Okay, see, there
you go. You're talking to Nosferatu
on this podcast.
The future.
On this podcast, I predicted it. So they already got the information 8 months ago.
Yes, but they got a process. You can't, Dave. Some people are, it's like when I was teaching, you say something 100 times and they don't get it till the 101st, you got to.
If they need to learn that, Kevin, they can watch your silly show.
People are just now asking, what is this Dibit thing? I'm like, dude, I've said it like, it takes a while to get into the consciousness.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about it. Dibit, we said this, and I want to be very clear. It's America's favorite place to shop, allegedly. Dibit.com.
Pop culture.
Do it.
That's right. Crazy.
I mean, I guess okay. So this is my opinion on that. If you want our show to be different, give us some useful feedback. Not just it's no good. Like what can we talk about in the world of reselling that you're not hearing on the 30 other reselling podcasts every week? Let us know in the comments below.
Here's a comment. Thrifted Spirit has got one. Bow ties are cool. D-list, relist isn't quite as good, but yes, it's a great thing to do. Cross-listing is closer to a gangbang.
Wait, what?
If you're going to talk about like reselling stuff, that was at least entertaining. Like I kind of understood what they were saying.
Yeah.
That's thrifted. That's
shout out ABC
reselling
Nat.
Gold.
This seems like the time to shout out ABC Nat.
It's simple. If you learn anything from Trash to Cash, like stop sucking at reselling and do better, but let's not talk about it because it's boring.
Have you ever heard of Viome?
In a nutshell.
Viome. Have you ever heard of this?
What?
I don't
Viome. Yeah, me either.
Iodome?
That was thanks for that, Dave. We appreciate it.
Dave's totally out of nowhere, making no sense.
Okay, we got to thank our Wealthy as a Kevin tier members over on
so
Patreon.
Much.
We've got Picks by Tyler, I Love Vintage NYC, Gem Flipper, Who Ate My Chips, Buffin' the Stuff, Alexandria Pickers, Jake Ryder, CJ Benz Finds, The Flipper Skipper, Lady Arbitrage, No Nose Pickers, Brian Sampor Beal, Superhero Headquarters, Mike Camperelli Vintage, Sports Flips, Paul's Merch.com, Racehack Resell, Logan Murky. Hey, can I tell you, I bought all these pennants. Thank you guys for your support.
Yeah.
Logan Renningers. We miss you.
Renningers. And I was messaging Keith Vintage Sports Flips and saying, hey, we should do a Dibit together where we sell pennants and so on and so forth. But then I realized that's a terrible idea. He's my best chance of a buyer. I shouldn't do a show with him. I should do my own show and let him buy from me so he can resell them. So I'm gonna not do that.
Do you remember those stickers that I bought off you or something?
Those were good, right?
Well, I didn't know I put them on there until I looked today because I got to do the Shop Commons at live is at noon today, and I'm looking to see what Jess put in the live. And she's got some of those stickers over there, and they got pre-bids on them. And it wasn't like all of them; it was just some of them. So I'm like, these might be all right.
How'd they do? Or the show's not happened yet?
No, it happens at noon today. Eastern.
Noon today. So if you're watching the podcast right now, guys,
I probably do better on Dibit with those, to be honest.
It just came out. So where are you? Oh, you're on Shop Commons.
Watching this
noon today. Oh, but we need to talk about the Dibit auction. Did we already talk about this and I zoned out? The Dibit show tonight, they're giving away a Switch. Kevin did say that. But a reminder, Kevin just said people have to say it 100 times for them to get it. So I bet you there's people who missed it the first time and caught it this time.
I'm going to say it because I know who our followers are. They're either like 70 plus in a retirement home or they're like me. Tell your mom to cook up some tater tots tonight. Bring it into your room. You've had a rough day. You've been reselling. You're 36 years old.
You deserve a treat.
You deserve a treat. Win this Switch because then you'll have something to do other than reselling. You can't win it.
You have to buy it for $1. Free shipping.
Well, no, hold on. You said an offer, but you don't. You accept the one that.
Yeah, the $1, and that is taken from their account,
and they take a $1.
Everyone else who makes the offer, you just don't take it. They don't lose any money. It's just go the $1.
What if they ask for a refund?
Couldn't you refund them $1 if you were a good person, Kevin?
But then it would be a giveaway, and then with giveaways, there's different, dynamics to it. And I want people to go over there and buy it for $1 free shipping. Wouldn't you buy a Switch brand new for $1? Plus, they can use my code Commonwealth, and then get $5 for free.
Why can't it be a penny?
They can buy. Well, I guess it could have been.
You lose money on the processing fee, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
Like 40 cents.
I'm giving away a brand new Switch, Dave. We are, by the way. This isn't.
No, I built that thing brick by brick.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is.
I was there sometimes watching.
I spent 2.5 hours today on there, y'all. I'm just saying.
It's time to get
helping
hyped.
people,
guys.
pushing
It's time
people.
to get hyped because there's a new district marketplace.
Yes.
A new district marketplace.
Oh, you're making this announcement
that we're announcing right now.
Yes.
Get pumped. Get hyped.
Get pumped.
The world's #1 premier beauty marketplace. Beauty, guys. Beauty. And we're not going to run it because we ain't no beauties.
Dave, before you say this, somebody signed up for Dibit today who sells stuff perfect for this. So hopefully they're listening right now.
Yeah. Premier beauty marketplace on District. It is called Polish and Brush, and it is owned and run by Tina, my wife, Heather,
my wife,
Kevin's wife, and Dawn,
my girlfriend.
They are gonna have their own district marketplace. It's up. There should be listings by the time this goes live tomorrow, but I don't know. I haven't.
There's gonna be makeup, but also like the stuff Dawn likes. She's doing vanity stuff.
Yeah, anything like vanity, perfume, that sort of stuff.
Like curling irons.
Maybe a little. You could do a little jewelry, which is also beauty related.
There's gonna be glasses. There's gonna be parts of toasters. That's whatever you can find on first class.
No.
Will be on.
No, I think it's a cool idea. It actually came from a viewer. A viewer messaged this, I believe, in the kitchen market.
Heather's excited about it.
And Tina, they had said it, and Tina was the one who saw it, and she's like, "Dave, check this out." Like she was like excited about it. So I talked to Kevin, and Kevin talked to Heather, and then talked to Dawn and
I'm a little
Carrie,
worried. Does the money go into her wallet or my wallet?
Her wallet. It goes into her wallet, and then it'll go into Tina's separate little account she does for her makeup business. So it's literally they're gonna be like running a little market. Okay. It's cool. I'm excited. They have their own district representative that they're gonna be meeting with. I don't know if you saw that.
My wife sent a message, or they sent a message to my wife, and she's like, "I'm just gonna delete this." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I'm not gonna answer it." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, you need. I was like, "I know this boy. I don't know."
Okay, we're looking for sellers. We're looking for sellers.
Yeah, we're looking for sellers and really buyers, if we're being honest.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, we were looking for both. We need sellers.
And it was
first.
neck and neck. It was neck and neck between
we need listings.
Polish and Brush. That was our first choice. The second choice was Lady Trash to Cash Beauty Market.
Yeah.
But we chose Polish. Yeah. They chose. We had nothing to do with it. Dave did really push Polish and Brush, though.
Yeah, we did. But I mean, listen, it's just polishandbrush.com. Polishandbrush.com.
Can I get into this for just a second? Because I think what you just said is important for these folks who start. When you start a marketplace like this, you first have to bring some buyers or sellers. Because you got to populate the thing. Something's got to be there.
There has to be something to buy.
Then you got to bring sellers, and then you got to bring buyers, and then you got to bring a little bit more. So you're building like this. You can't just build one side.
Can't just buy it.
And that's why we did Dibit the way we did, and it's working. And I'm working on bringing
from the very beginning. That's what I told you guys in our business meetings when I was trying to.
Well, I was editing a picker video, and I was buying makeup for Tina. And so I was like, I could actually put this. That would get some buyers because a lot of my picker viewers don't sell. They just I'm to watch people shopping. And so I put a little note up there about polishandbrush.com. So hopefully that gets some buyers over there. But we need some sellers to list some stuff. Tina's going to cross list all her 60 or 70 eBay listings over there. And a couple more that I got at Renninger's. I actually had a crazy makeup haul at Renninger's where I spent $60 and ended up being like $600 worth of makeup. But that's all going to go.
I would say this to you resellers out there too. You could be buyers on these platforms and make money because Dave, since he's making so much money on these videos, he's a fake reseller.
Yeah. He's going to take the money Kevin makes.
He's making keto blueberry pancakes.
I did that.
That's what he cares about.
Blueberry is a decent keto fruit. It's not great.
Make that on a Blackstone?
Did you?
I did. That's a Blackstone only channel now. Okay, so join polishandbrush.com. List some of your makeup if you want to. You don't have to, but you do have to. You're now required.
If you're watching this, we just expect it.
And then Dave's Kitchen Market, it's just slowly climbing the ranks. It's slowly climbing the ranks, guys. It's going to get up to the top 10 soon enough. Yeah,
you're like the mechanical keyboard district of food.
We are going to sell. Dibit's going to sell $60,000 this month. Just saying.
Wow,
that's no joke, and it's going to gain 1,000 new people this month. It's insane.
That's wild.
And Carrie, I got to give you credit. I watched one of your shorts. Which, look, for those of you trying to build a marketplace, if your content is only directed at resellers, that's who you're going to bring. Yep. But Carrie's very different. He can bring other people. That's why I'm trying to do Garage Sale Nation and use the Picker channel and the Facebook to bring in people that are not resellers to help the resellers out.
Let's talk about something that I think is
applicable. You did that on your short today, by the way.
Applicable to
your long form, Carrie.
eBay sellers. Put an ad in there. eBay sellers, Poshmark sellers, Whatnot sellers, and Dibit sellers.
Poshmark's going well. Okay. I've heard it from
all those markets. Okay, if you put up product that has no value, it may not sell. Do not blame that on the marketplace.
Seriously,
and I want to say this because it's just the truth. I do not know anything about cards. If I tried to run a card auction running single cards, I would put up a lot of cards that no one knew anything about. Or that no one wanted. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about it. No one wanted because it wasn't a good card. I would say, like, anytime you're doing a live auction anywhere, even if eBay does it down the road, you got to feel your audience out. And if that's not working, maybe try bigger bulk lots. Or, I don't know, Carrie, you can talk to this better than I can.
Cards are particularly tricky. And I realize, especially with Dibit, there's a lot of resellers who are interested in cards. I talk to people all the time who know me from both channels, and they do both. So if you're interested in cards, I just honestly suggest, like, watch some videos on it. Don't have to be mine. Learn it, and it's tricky. And if you're struggling at first, do bigger lots. Give them more value, and just take your time. Don't be discouraged if you don't sell some stuff, because one random card from 92 may not sell because it's just not popular anymore.
See, that's what I'm going to, or you could do another thing, which is I see a lot of people doing. If you have a bunch of cards and, they're not amazing, is just start piling. Okay, that didn't sell. Add another, add another. But I'm just going to go on with Carrie. I know enough that I can go on with Carrie. I've got some decent cards. So at some point, Carrie, I got to go on with you.
Yeah.
Hey, and Eric OBX sold actually a pretty good lot, doing exactly what you just said, a big giant lot of old football cards over on Dibit today. Sold them for $35, and there's actual good value in there. It's not like you're going to make 500, but you're going to make 100 or so, 150. So that's an opportunity too. But hey, I hear Poshmark I've heard from 2 or 3 people Poshmark's amazing, and some people Mercari. But I got a story to tell in a minute about. I
have a real problem, and I need some advice on how to fix it.
Okay.
I have a seller forecast of below standard on eBay, and it looks like the thing that's killing me is cases closed.
54 cancellations.
Cases closed without seller resolution, where they refund the customer before I get to it.
Dave.
So is there something I can do to clear one of those or something?
Are you on the 90? Are you selling enough to be in the 90-day window? Where every 90 days
if they've already put out a thing that forecasts it, did they send you a message that said it, or is it just something you're calculating
their forecast? Out? They're calculating it. Yeah.
Okay, because can you see if you look them all up and you can see when the dates they occurred, and sometimes the new ones that are
how do I look them up?
You have
old cases.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
and if you look at the date,
I have three.
Okay,
November 9th, December 5th, December 29th.
Yeah, you might
see
be
two
screwed.
of those were just lost in the mail. And I didn't
Which
refund
is fine.
them.
You just have to respond to the case and close it. That's the problem.
But to close it, you have to give them money back, and you didn't get your item back.
Just give them their money back. It's not worth being below the standard.
I realize that now, but
no, you got it. Look, this is hard for Dave. Obviously, for me, I would put a note on my computer. I would send them a message, send them the tracking, right? Because I think that restarts the process. Send them the tracking and send them a message and say, hey, can we wait just a few more days on this thing? If they've already opened that case, you might even get them to agree to close the case with your guarantee. I promise you I'll give you this money back if it doesn't show up.
One thing you have to be careful with those is occasionally they will call eBay, right? If they haven't received the item. And then eBay will close the case before you have a chance to know.
If that's the case, you might be able to get out.
You might be able to get out. You might be able to call them and explain that you didn't... Because you got to be careful with that.
Well, that's the thing. There's two of them. There's two of them that were just item not received, and then they opened up the case. I don't know.
Here's the other part of the problem, Dave.
Just double down on Dibit now, bud. Because that's where you got to sell everything.
Here's part of the problem. Well, listen, there's another way you can get out of it sooner, and that is sell more items because the percentages are in your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but do you think if I called, they might get rid of one of them? They might hook me up?
Tell them you know Kevin.
Just be like, I've heard of people getting cases removed.
Yeah, you can do it. You can actually appeal different things. You could, might as well give it a shot, right? What's it going to hurt? Because it will hurt your sales. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, it's my current seller level, actually. I just looked at it. It says I'm currently.
You just realized you were below standard just now?
Well, I guess as of January 20th. As of today, I became.
Well, congratulations.
I'm a below standard eBay seller, guys. Hi.
Think of it this way: your next flipper video is going to be amazing.
Hey guys, my name is Dave, and I'm a below.
No, we should all do. We should all wave, and then the thumbnail should be guess the seller that's below standard.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
There we go.
I will not find that when I edit this. I'm sorry. There's no chance. It's over an hour show.
102. I'll send you a message.
I have 10 late shipments as well.
You know what I don't get is I have 3 late shipments. And I don't ship anything late. I don't understand.
I know. I can explain mine.
You can appeal those, but it never gets close enough for me.
I can explain. I can explain mine because Elijah was selling at Christmas time, and he listed a pair of Billie Eilish limited edition shoes with same day shipping to help increase the chance of it selling for Christmas. And we shipped that on time. But a lot of times if you list one thing away, then when you go to list the next item, it sets the same shipping handling time.
And then you go
away.
And
so I did probably so it's Eli's 40 or 50 items were.
Tell eBay that your son handled it.
40 or 50 items. Well, so this is the interesting thing is 40 or 50 items end up being next or same day shipping, and like 2 of them show up as late shipment, right? Because I didn't realize it, and I don't look except for like every other day. And I went in there and I did a bulk update where I updated everything to 3-day handling, which is what I like to do. And then I still got like 6 after that just hadn't updated when
because
I did
it takes a while to process that thing through. Same thing with why when you're doing. But it was
days later. It was days later. Days later, it was still doing it.
Okay,
so I don't know.
I got another thought. Sometimes if you have send offers out on things, it won't update the ones you have send offers out on.
It could have been that. Yeah, it could have been.
And so you got to go back in and check because that crap happens to me when I go on vacation mode and whatever. I'm like, dude, why do I got to ship this tomorrow? Right? It just takes a while to get that processing through. So I don't send out offers right before I go on vacation anymore. I don't know if that's it, but I think it is.
My defect rate, Carrie, the whole case transactions canceled. I'm above standard on that. I'm not top rated, but I'm above standard.
You have too many cases is the issue, right? Is it
no, what I'm saying is my late. No, I'm saying my canceling orders is not a problem. Canceling orders for losing items is not the issue. Okay.
No, the issue is that you didn't respond to people.
It's the cases. I didn't respond to the cases, and they just closed on their own.
I feel like that's like the one they're strictest about, too. So
great flipper video coming up soon from Dave.
Maybe I call him and be like, "Hi, you're on a recorded line, and I want you to."
You can put that in the playlist. Do you have a playlist for different accounts you've been in trouble with, and you can just have the playlist so we can all watch it once?
It's really embarrassing.
It'd be funny.
I need to record one of those. When do I need to do that? Tomorrow.
This is the downfall of being ADHD and having a life. You're always out doing stuff, and you make mistakes, man.
What can I unplug to fix this? Oh, I can unplug this monitor.
All right, good. I can tell my story while he's
do that. I got it.
Somebody sent me a message. Actually, I got it through somebody else. They're like, "Hey, I'm trying to sell out my whole store. Will you look at it and tell me what you'd be wanting?" And I look at this store. I don't want to be mean to anybody here, so this happens all the time. So it's not necessarily you. And they show me this store, and I start looking at it, and I just generally flipping through this stuff. They're all low dollar things that are listed for high dollar, and they're very low sell through rate items. And so I just pick out random items in here. And I go and I look up the sell-through rate, and they're atrocious. And this person has everything priced at the top of the market for low sell-through rate items. And I'm like, I know why you want to sell all this stuff. Because you're like, I haven't had any sales and whatever. I'm like, dude, I looked up one item. It had like 709 listed and 9 sold. And their price was like one of the highest priced items. I'm like, dude, I was like, listen, you're not going to do it, but I'd give you 5 cents on the dollar for this store.
It's still like
5 cents on the dollar. Did you say that to them?
Yeah, it's all it's worth.
5 cents on the dollar.
Their prices were double the prices it's selling price.
So what was the store value? Like when they looked at their. Okay,
I didn't look at the store. We didn't get to any numbers. I knew I wasn't going to buy it. They weren't going to take it. But if I'm buying out a whole store, 10 or 20% max, right? But if it's double the price, it's just why this stuff's not selling, and it's low sell-through rate, low ASP, I'm giving you 10% of the value of it, which would be 5% of what they have it listed for. Yeah. I'm not buying that store. No way. It's going to slow everything down. Gotta oil that thing up. I mean, it's just, and I list low sell-through rate stuff, but it's not the majority of the stuff I list.
Kevin, I have bad news.
What?
There's a very scary person in the world of reselling named Grabbus. And Grabbus is actually got a segment now of the show, Carrie.
Does that mean I get to leave early?
No, well, so here's the thing. Grabbus, go ahead and let them know what you think they should do to improve their reselling this week. Grabbus.
Bye. Don't list. Bye.